Happy Wednesday, everyone. I know it's not Monday. I'm doing this week's live commentary a little bit late because I've been very busy early this week, but my obligations are all taken care of now. So we're going to look at another bout. This one is from the round of 64 at the Turin Grand Prix this year. It's between Max Van Haaster, a guy we've seen a little bit of, and on the right we have Adam Mathieu. I know it looks like it's supposed to be pronounced Mathieu or something, but he's an American foilist. He's pretty new internationally as far as I know, but he's been doing very well nationally for a while. So without further ado, let's get right into this thing. Starting the bout right now. So we saw Van Haaster at Rio. I covered two bouts of his. In the round of 64, he did very well against Antonio Leal, and then he got pretty wrecked by Gerek in the round of 32. So this will be his chance at redemption against an American, I suppose. He did look very nervous in the bout with Gerek, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a much better performance from him here. Adam Mathieu, not too much to say about it. He's very tall, pretty aggressive. He's been around in the US for quite a while, but I haven't seen him in many international tournaments until now, winning with a bit of infighting there at the very end. Or not. Referee calls core before the touch. Now, I'll call them Max and Adam for the sake of brevity. One of Adam's strengths is not unlike Miles. He's very tall, but he's also very lanky, so he can do a really long distance stop hit, but he can also step in an infight really well, as you see there. Although he actually got the first one on the way in before that premier post anyway, so didn't even need it. So we'll see how this bout develops. Looks like Adam wants to attack a little more. Nice parry post off the line, though. So we'll see if Max completely crumbles like he did against Gerek. I feel like he's going to be a bit better this time, though. Withheld attack from Adam. Pushes him right to the end, but nice parry post at the very end of the strip. Yeah, distance looked a little close there from Adam. Maybe he stuck around a bit too long and too close of a distance. He could have either backed away or finished earlier. Tries parry post flick to the back. He does, Adam does really like these... take the blade and just throw it and see where the tip ends up. Maybe he does that a little too much for some people's liking, but it can work. Again, can't find a way through Van Haaster's defense at the very end of the line. And this is something that we didn't see very much of in this bout with Leal or Gerek, is his ability to defend on the line. Gerek was able to find a way through with impunity, but here Van Haaster's doing a better job stonewalling it. The call might be attack, no attack there. Looked like Van Haaster stopped. Again, Adam's so tall, and he's got such a long reach that you have to really... Oh, again. Parry 6 flick to the back there. You have to be really sure what the distance is. You've got to finish your attack pretty early against him, or suffer the consequences of being stop hit repeatedly. Or even parry riposte a longish distance. But that said, oh, again, stepping in with infighting. Probably the remise. But unlike Miles, there's less of an element of surprise in a lot of his actions. They make... I hesitate to say they make more sense. But there's more of a predictability to it. Like here, when he tries to find a way through, he's usually going to just keep marching and marching and marching. Whereas in this situation, Miles might try and finish suddenly with the flesh and catch you off guard. So, not all tall Americans are the same. Fun fact. Again, this distance feels really close as he's marching. I'm surprised Van Haaster feels safe. Maybe he wants to step in like that, but again, the infighting from Preem by Adam is really, really good. If I were Van Haaster, I would want to really try and stay a bit farther away. Simultaneous attacks. Yeah, I'll believe that. So Adam's been pretty much in control, but I feel like there's a few things Van Haaster can adjust to take that away pretty easily. Again, this is keeping it a little longer. Finishes his attack out of distance so Adam can't step in with that infighting. Now Adam marches. Okay, now this time, yeah, that's it. So Van Haaster opens the distance. Adam wants to make a longer step forward because the distance is opening, you want to follow your opponent, but Van Haaster uses that as a moment to step in with a counterattack and close out. So that was very nice. You widen the distance, and then you collapse it in when your opponent rushes a little bit. Very nice way to set up a counterattack. Of course, Adam's close in finish can't really help him in that situation because his arm was just too far out of position. Oh, Adam. This time Adam's keeping it pretty close on the defense. Okay. Oh. Almost. No. Oh. Random off target there from Van Haaster. Yeah, this distance feels uncomfortably close from both. I guess it's less of a problem for Adam, though, because he can do the pre-mermies. But I'm surprised that Van Haaster's being so obliging. It's not... I feel like it's going to be hard for Adam to really chase after him very fast if he decides to open the distance. Like he did that one time with the counterattack. Whose blade action was it? Referee might be taking a look at the slow motion. I would if I were in his shoes, because I have no idea whose that was. Huh. I thought for sure it was someone's touch. I didn't think he would just throw it out. Withheld march from Van Haaster. We saw him do this a lot against Leal. His march is very even tempo, very withheld. Works well if your opponent's not thinking about counterattacking. With Adam, I guess the counterattack crushing the distance is less of a threat than the stop hit or the parry riposte. So perhaps he's safe doing it. Oh, nice bit of infighting there from both sides, actually. Bit of a core moment. No jostling, though. It's all in good fun. Oh, okay. That time he tried the... Max tried stepping in counterattack without much of his distance setup. So he didn't really open the distance wide beforehand. So Adam was a little bit more ready because the distance was a bit closer. Slow march. Lots of beats from Van Haaster. Oh. Beat attack no from Van Haaster. Yeah, I agree with the ref. He went past. Adam's counterattack arrived. And that was a pretty cool move because it was not necessarily what you'd expect. He actually stood still to deliver the counterattack. He didn't do it with the stop hit stepping away. And he didn't step in at all either looking for the pre-remise. He just stood there. Van Haaster maybe wasn't expecting that distance, so he wasn't quite ready to put the point on. This is pretty tactical, actually. They're both changing like little bits of their game on every touch. Again, marching into the end. Parry post from Van Haaster off target, maybe. Again, it's very hard to break his defense at the very end like that. I'm surprised Adam's willing to keep pushing forward even if he's out of space, though. He must be so confident in that ability to finish in close, but it hasn't been working out too well so far. Here it is again. Parry post off target. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure why he keeps going for this. Adam is a pretty aggressive guy in general, but this seems a bit much even for him. Let's see if he's going to push him to the end. Okay, Van Haaster tries to forestall it by stepping in. Again, it's breaking the pattern previously because he was willing to let Adam get him right to the end before. This time he tries to surprise him by stepping in, but does not work out very well for him. Again, Adam still pretty much in control of the bout, but Van Haaster's gotten some nice touches so far. Although, to be fair, most of them have not been off the off that parry post on the back line. Like, he can stay alive if he's pushed all the way back, but it's not really a good scoring situation for him. So we'll see. Beat attack from Max. Adam takes what looked like maybe a half retreat advance with his parry post. Ended up very close. Again, not too worrying if he gets in close because he's able to infight that pretty well. Van Haaster's attack stops maybe. Yep. Max asks for a video. I'm gonna lean towards Adam on this one though. It was pretty convincing. In the meantime, I've been thinking about what bouts I want to do live commentaries on in the future. Adam gives a little yell when the touch is awarded to him. Adam's kind of known for this very guttural "ah" sort of yell. Oh, off the strip. Wow. That level of aggression from Max. We saw, actually, he did it a couple times late on in the bout against Gerek at Rio. I'll put a link to that bout in the description so you can compare these two. When he makes his attack really smoothly, it's like even Gerek was forced back quite a bit, and here Adam was so terrified of the attack that he just wasn't noticing where the end of the strip was. Adam asks for videos, seeing if it was his parry or post. We got 8 seconds in the period, so they're going to probably keep fighting to the end. Yeah, but as I was saying before, I've been thinking about what live commentary videos I'm going to keep doing. There are a lot of junior events that I haven't seen, but of course, junior fencers, with a few exceptions, tend not to be the absolute top level, like Olympic fencers, like some of these guys are. So let me know in the comments or on Discord or what have you, which bouts you want to see. As usual, I'm always open to suggestions, but I don't know if you guys want to see less of the ultra high level stuff and more of the junior and maybe even cadet events, or if you want to keep seeing these guys. I try and make the videos, if I can, like someone I've done videos on before and someone I haven't. So here I've talked about Van Haaster a bit, but not Adam. And the call is overturned. It is Adam's parry post. But yeah, always keep suggesting videos. Also, I need to have not seen them. That's one thing. So there's some like finals and semifinals of most events I've seen. But back to this bout. Adam's long withheld attack. Is he going to find a way through this time? Still no. His remise is off target and close. So yeah, I'm still not buying the... Okay, we go to the 1 minute break. I'm still not buying that strategy from Adam of just walking him to the end, because he's been able to defend it pretty much every time. In fact, I don't think he's lost a touch doing that. He hasn't been able to score, that's true, so it's pretty safe action for Adam, maybe, but hasn't really been doing anything for him. Of course, Adam is, I guess, kind of like a freight train when he attacks. Not necessarily the fastest person, but very hard to stop. So, unless Van Haaster goes for the surprise counterattack, crushing the distance, it's pretty likely that he's going to keep getting pushed back. We'll see what Van Haaster's going to adjust going into the second period. I don't know. There's a few things that could work. Adam's infighting is very good, so you've got to make sure you're safe when you step in. The best way to do that is to make sure your distance is very crisp when you're stepping in. We saw him get a few of those crushing the distance counterattacks. We saw him hit a few attacks of his own. But yeah, Adam's doing very well for himself so far. We'll see how this is going to continue. Again, goes for that. Was he passed? Yeah, I think it was already passed. Yep, no harm, no foul. Again, though, it's a one-light action for Adam, even if he is passed. It speaks to his skill at fighting. Nice. Nice. So that time Van Haaster was so withheld, Adam stepped in with the preem, and Van Haaster actually got around it by just finishing with his arm all the way out. Simultaneous attacks. Adam is asking for a video. Really? I wouldn't. That looked pretty identical from both sides, honestly. Van Haaster's lunge was a bit longer, but they both started about the same time. Really attack for Van Haaster? I need to go back and watch that again then. I'm not sure what I saw. But that is very nice. Seems in general, in these off-the-line situations that... What? Double electric fail. I don't know how that even happens. But yeah, in these simultaneous off-the-line situations, they've come off pretty evenly. Adam got one nice parry riposte. Nice. So that's counter riposte from Van Haaster at long distance. Yeah, I feel like that longer distance definitely favors Van Haaster here. Adam's got the reach, but Van Haaster's got the explosiveness, so he can compensate for it a bit better. As long as Adam's not tricking him into doing that so he can step in. Oh, core. Also, Van Haaster's attacks, when he makes them smoothly, again going kind of back to this bout he'd had with Gerek, when he makes them smoothly, it's kind of the same situation in reverse. Like, he can pretty much get Adam to the end of the strip if he makes his attack well. Tries counterpost again, but that time you could tell he was a lot closer. Much harder to safely take the blade back and land it. Okay. What's the call going to be? I'd lean towards... Oh, okay, it's Van Haaster. Oh, yeah, Adam missed his first one, I remember. Yeah, so that was actually nice. Van Haaster getting a touch despite Adam's very solid pre-remise. I can't see that being anything other than simultaneous, but the ref has been pretty generous for Van Haaster in the past, from what I can remember, so we'll see. But that time did look exactly identical. Yeah, Van Haaster's been clawing his way back, though. Almost using Adam's strategy right back at him, going for these stepping in counter posts, going for these... Really gives it to Van Haaster again. I don't know why. If anyone wants to go back and watch this again, maybe slow the video down and analyze it, feel free. Third counter parry post for Adam is off target. Now, again, that distance felt a little bit close for Van Haaster's liking. Yep, beat attack from Van Haaster off target. That distance felt better for Van Haaster. It almost feels like whoever's attacking, the distance automatically favors. I don't necessarily know if that's their fault. It just feels like Adam could be a little closer, because he was closer before. And similarly, Van Haaster, when he was being pushed back, he was keeping things a bit close as well. Simultaneous attacks, maybe Van Haaster's though. He was selling it with the lunge a bit better, but nope, simultaneous. 2 attacks, or maybe attack in preparation. I would say 2 attacks. High-level refs may disagree with me. 11-11 now. Okay, so now this is a problem, because Van Haaster's withheld attack is very reliant on Adam trying to search for the blade, and he can get around it. But if Adam just goes for the straight counterattack, wow. That was one action, so it is his. But yeah, Van Haaster's withheld attack is kind of requires him to have pushed Adam back a little and made him scared, and maybe try and search for the blade. Because if he just steps forward with a counterattack, that distance would favor Adam quite a bit. Remise from Adam at long distance. Flurry of action at the very end here. Van Haaster's got to switch something up though fast. He's taking a bit of a break, trying to refocus himself. Here we go. Okay. Long attack, no, falls short. Beat attack from Adam arrives. Yep. Wow. That was nice. I actually wasn't really expecting Adam to win that. I didn't know who was going to win. But yeah, Van Haaster thwarted once again by an American opponent. Although, to be fair, it was a much better showing. Yep, beat attack from Adam. Much better showing here than against Gerek, certainly. But yeah, I'm kind of enthused to see Adam fencing more international events. Hope he sticks around. He's not like top 4 in the American team, but he's certainly getting up there. And with more international experience, he'll certainly be getting better and better as time goes on. Shame for Van Haaster, though. I'll try and find more bouts of his, because I do kind of like his style. Anyway, again, keep recommending videos. Let me know what general kind of videos you want to see from me in the future. Davis versus Safin is in the works, I promise. I know it's been ages, but gotten very busy recently, so it'll come out whenever I have time to get around to it. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, stay sharp.